Hey everybody, I'm Karen Cravato, shoe designer, artist, and storyteller. And today's topic on Shoe Mind is going to be shoelaces and body control. You may be wondering, what do they have in common? And I kind of am too. I have my own theories and ideas, but I just want to use this great opportunity to just dive deeper and do some more research that kind of give me more of a foundation as to, what this idea is that I'm having. One of the first accomplishments that a child can have is to learn how to tie their shoes. The fine motor skills that they achieve through, lacing, crisscross, and tying the bow, it's a major part of their physical and mental development. And just think about how empowered the child is because it doesn't have to rely on an adult to tie his or her shoe. And there's an automatic sense of independence there with that relationship with themselves, their shoes, their shoelaces, and how they can actually control their own body. Now let's talk about the boots that exert the most independence. They are the ones that have the longest laces, such as knee boots, over the knee boots, and thigh-high boots. Now, to wear these kinds of boots, you have to have an intention. You're doing this on purpose because lacing up tall boots takes time. Even if you have a side zipper, there requires all of these fine-tunement of adjustments. It's not easy. It's not something that like everybody wants to do. I remember a friend of mine said, I don't ever want to wear boots because boots, they're so strong. They make people look at you. And I don't really want anyone to look at me. So I found that comment really fascinating because the intention to wear the boots is one maybe perhaps of aesthetics, but just think too how the boot just automatically makes somebody more confident. It lengthens the leg line, makes you taller, makes you more imposing. So let's check out this video. This person is deliberately crisscross tightening the laces in a methodical way. And I find it something that I could actually watch again and again. It's really mesmerizing. So let's go even deeper through this mesmerization. So what is the allure of lacing up a tall boot? Now, I'm going to draw a comparison between the corset, which is a body-modifying garment, and you know that it takes so many laces, there's a lot of effort involved, there's pain involved, and there's a lot of lacing, a lot of crisscrossing, but there is a desired result. The result is a kind of specific body shape. And lace-up boots are basically corsets for the foot and the leg. I want you to check out this image here where we have a corset to the left, where yes, you can see how it emphasizes the various forms of the body. We have the bust, the waist, and the hips. Very defined, very controlled. Now check out the image to the right. This is a very famous, iconic illustration by fetish artist John Willie. Now, not only does he have the corset, you guys, he has the lace-up boot. What? It's like 2 in 1. It's amazing. Lacing these long laces up the legs is the language of body control. Then let's get more bodily educated. So what I did is I did some research into some articles of scientific nature. Most of them were psychiatric papers and articles that just talk about foot fetishism, of course, as an abnormality, and why would an individual find the lace-up boot so enticing, so alluring, and it's just was looking at it as something it needs to fix. But in this article, what I got was another piece of information that I found so fascinating, and that is there's a part of your brain called the parietal lobe. It's about right here. And there is an area of it called the sensorial cortex. And in this spot, it actually houses and registers your 5 senses and also external stimulation. Like for instance, if someone were to poke you, it would go to this spot. If somebody were to hug you tightly, or maybe your foot is laced very tightly, it would register in this part of the brain as well. Now, we're going to get to something even more interesting than that, really, truly. And that is that part of the brain actually is millimeters away from the cortex that actually registers genital sensation. So we have potentially right here an arousal from the pressure of being laced up by a tight boot, and then it being close to the genital sensation center. Are you telling me this is where the boot fetish lives, right here? Anyway, I thought that was so cool. Just to kind of come to this, my own deduction about this information that I'm curious about, which is shoelaces and body control. Because think about it, lacing up is definitely a ritual, and it's something that is done to help us cover our body either with clothing or with shoes to adjust it to our various body sizes and to sometimes feel it. Feel the pressure and the tightness that these garments or shoes are making upon us. So you guys, these long shoelaces have a lot to say. They have a very long story that I find endlessly interesting. And I want to thank you so much for engaging in the conversation today. And I look so forward to our future conversations because there'll be so many more. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then,